Okay, so let's continue our discussion on matrices. We are now in the transposition of matrices. So the transpose of an M by N matrix A is N by M matrix A raised to T that has the first row of A as its first column, the second row of A as its second column, and so on. So kumbaga, if you are looking for the transpose of a matrix, yung elements from your first column, your elements from your first row, yan, first row mo becomes the elements of your first column, the elements of your second row becomes the element of your second column. Okay, so thus the transpose of A is A raised to T and is written as this one. Okay, so there are certain rules in the transposition of matrices. First rule, the transpose of A the transpose of A is equal to A. So, parang naging redundant lang siya. So, you can cancel that out. Ito. Transpose of A. Yan. If we have A, tapos we are looking for the transpose of A. So, para siyang reciprocal of A. So, ito siya. 1 over A. Kapag tinranspose mo ulit yan, magiging A ulit. Okay? So, that's the rule. And for letter B, A plus B, the transpose of the sum of matrix A and B is equal to the transpose of each matrix added. And then, for letter C, scalar number multiplied to a matrix, the transpose of a scalar number times a matrix is equal to the scalar number times the transpose of the matrix. So, you can separately get the transpose of a matrix and then i-multiply mo si scalar number. And then, for the last rule, the transpose of the product of matrix A and B is equal to the transpose of B multiplied by the transpose of A. Okay? So those are the rules governing the transposition of matrices. Now let's have examples. We have matrix A, matrix B, and matrix C. Now find the transpose of a matrix. And this is equal to A. Okay, tama. So, our answer would be si matrix A. Wag na natin siyang gawin kasi napaka-clear naman ng rule. Okay, so lagay na lang natin yung answer. So, 5, negative 8, 1, 4, 0, 0. Okay. So, if you want to try, sige, A raised to T is equal to, transpose natin si A, magiging, ito, magiging, hindi, yung rows pala. Yung first row mo magiging elements ng first column mo. So, this will be equal to 5, negative 8, and 1. For your second row naman is magiging elements ng second column mo. And then, again, transpose ulit natin siya. So, yung first row mo magiging elements ng first column mo. And then, for your second row, second column, third row, third column. So, bumalik lang tayo sa original na matrix. Okay, so that is example number 1, letter A. Now, for example, letter B naman, A plus C, the transpose of the sum of matrix A and C. So, the first thing we should do is i-add muna siya and then i-transpose. Okay, so we will do 2 solutions dito and see if tama yung nasa rules natin. Okay, so first thing we should do is add muna natin si matrix A and matrix C. So this will be equal to matrix A, that is 5, then plus 1, tapos negative 8 minus 3, and then 1 plus 0, 4 plus 2, 0 plus 3, and 0 minus 1. So if we simplify that, this will be 6, negative 11, 1, then 6, 3, and negative 1. So A plus C, the transpose of the sum of matrix A and C is equal to 6, negative 11, tapos 1. Then 6, 3, and negative 1. So this is the answer kapag kinuha mo muna yung sum and then you transpose it. Now, we try yung nasa rule natin na transpose natin separately. So, si A natin, transpose of A is equal to 5, negative 8, 1. Tapos 4, 0, 0. And then transpose of C. Sorry, that should be C. Transpose of C will be 1, negative 3, 0. And then 2, 3, negative 1. Now, if we want to get its sum, this will be equal to 5 plus 1, 2 plus 4, negative 8 minus 3, 0 plus 3, 1 plus 0, and then 0 minus 1. So this will be equal to 6, 6, negative 11, 3, 1, and then negative 1. So, we got the same answer. Okay, so tama yung nasa rule natin. Okay. So, let's have example letter C, the next example, si 580. So, dalawa ulit yung solution na gagawin natin. The first one is to um, do scalar multiplication. So, 5 yung scalar number natin. So, 5a is equal to 5 times si a natin, 5, 4, negative 8, 0, 1, and then 0. So, this is equal to 25, and then negative 40, 5, 20, 0, 0. And then we get yung transpose ni 5a. So this will be equal to 25, negative 40, 5, tapos 20, 0, 0. So this is the answer. Now we try yung nasa rule natin, which is i-transpose muna natin si matrix A. So this will be equal to 5, negative 8, 1, 4, 0, 0. And then we multiply si 5. Okay, so this will be equal to 5 times 5, negative 8, 1, 4, 0, 0. So this is equal to 25, 20, negative 40, 0, 5, and then 0, which is the same doon sa nakuha natin sa unang solution. Okay, so next example tayo, A, B, T. So try muna natin si matrix A times matrix B. So, si matrix A times matrix B natin is equal to, ano ba si matrix A? So, how do we do this? Gaya ng ginawa natin sa multiplication of matrices, kaysa lagyan muna natin ng label dito. This will be, this is B11, this is B12, B13, B21, hindi, B12 ito. B12, lagi kong nagkakamali. So, B2, hindi, B1, B21. And then B3, 1. And this is B2, 2. Tapos B3, 2. Okay? So, yung AB natin, this will be yung first column natin sa matrix A, multiply natin kay B11. Okay? So, 5 times 1. And then 4 times 1. Tapos, i-add natin yung second column natin, si negative 8 and 0, i-multiply natin kay B21. So, negative 2, that is negative 2 multiplied by negative 2. And then, we add the third column, the elements of the third column multiplied by B31. So, that is 0. And then, for our second column, wait, hindi pala natin chinek kung pwede silang i-multiply. So, Yung matrix A natin is a 2 by 3 matrix. Matrix B natin is a 3 by 2 matrix. So, since equal itong mga to, we can proceed to multiplication and we will have a 2 by 2 matrix as an answer. Okay. So, for the next one, see elements of our first column in matrix A multiplied by B12. And then add natin yung elements of our second column multiplied by B22, that is 3. And then add ulit natin si elements of our third column in matrix A multiplied by B32, and that is negative 1. And then we simplify. So this will be equal to 5 times, that is 5. Okay, so dito na lang sa baba. 5, negative 8 times negative 2, that is positive 16. Okay, plus 16. And then 1 times 0 is 0. So 4, negative 2 plus 0. And for the second column naman, we have 10 minus 24 minus 1. And then 8 minus 0, or plus 0, I should say. And then minus 0. So simplifying this one, we will have 21. And then 10 minus 24 minus 1, that is 15. Okay. And then 4 minus 2, that is 2. And then 8 minus 0, that is 8. Okay, so parang meron tayong mali dito. Okay, so yung mali pala is dito sa part na to. 0 times negative 2 is 0. My goodness. Sorry for that. That should be minus 0. So this will be equal to 4. And this is negative 15. Okay, so ito yung AB natin. Now for our AB, transpose ng AB natin, this will be equal to 21, negative 15, tapos 4 and 8. Now, let's try if tama ba yung nasa rule natin. Okay, so yung nasa rule natin is, this is equal to, dito ko na lang ilagay, this is equal to the transpose of T multiplied by the transpose of A. So, what is the transpose of our matrix B? So, this is equal to 1, 2, and then negative 2, 3, tapos 0, negative 1. Okay? So, for our matrix A naman, for the transpose of our matrix A, this is equal to, nasa yung matrix A natin? This is equal to 5, negative 8, tapos 1, and then 4, 0, 0. Okay? So, this is 2 by 3. This is 3 by 2. Again, same, parehas yung N tsaka R natin. So, we can proceed to multiplication and we will have a 2 by 2 matrix as an answer. So, BT times the transpose of B multiplied by the transpose of A is equal to, so, first column ng B natin, matrix B natin, multiply natin kay 5 times 5 plus negative 2 plus 3 multiplied by si negative 8. Okay? And then plus 0 and then negative 1 multiplied by 1. And for our second column, we have 1 and 2 multiplied by 4 plus negative 2 and then 3 multiplied by 0. And then for our third column, we have 0 plus negative 1 multiplied by 0. So simplifying this one, we have 5 minus 16 plus 0. Hindi pala plus to kasi negative times negative. And then for this one, we have 10 minus 24 minus 1. And then 4 plus 0 plus 0. And then 8 plus 0 minus plus 0. Okay. So simplifying this one, this will be equal to 21, negative 15, 4, and 8. Which is the same dito sa nakuha natin sa unang solution. So our rules are true and proven. So that is how you solve the transposition of a matrix. Now, we have this triangular matrix. So upper triangular matrices, a square matrix that can have non-zero entries only on and above the main diagonal, whereas any entry below diagonal must be 0. So yung main diagonal na sinasabi niya is this one. This is only applicable for square matrices. Ibig sabihin, yung number of columns mo is equal to the number of your rows. Ayan, ito yung diagonal matrix na sinasabi, or the main diagonal. Okay? So, kapag upper triangular matrix natin, entries below the main diagonal should be 0. Dito pwedeng non-zero. And then lower triangular matrix naman, a square matrix that can have non-zero entries only on and above the main diagonal, whereas any entry below diagonal must not be 0. Okay? That should be must not be 0. Okay. Whereas any entry below diagonal can have non-zero entries na lang para mas can have non-zero entries. Okay? So, ito yung triangular matrix natin. Main diagonal, I should say. This is our main diagonal. So, kapag lower triangular matrix natin, yung mga above the main diagonal should be 0. Okay? And sa baba naman can have non-zero entries. Pero pwede pa rin siyang magkaroon ng 0 entries basta hindi lahat. Okay? Ganon din sa upper triangular matrices. And then matrices, we have diagonal matrix, a square matrix that can have non-zero entries only on the main diagonal. And for square matrix naman, a square matrix whose diagonal entries are all equal. And unit matrix or identity matrix, a square matrix whose diagonal entries are all 1. So yung diagonal entries na sinasabi dito is the main diagonal. Okay, so those are the kinds of matrices and the transposition of matrices.